A Sheikh's card got declined at a busy supermarket. The cashier laughed in his face. But what a young girl did next left the entire store in absolute silence. Sheikh Khalid al-Mansour was a man who commanded boardrooms. His traditional navy thobe whispered of old money. But under the harsh lights of a suburban supermarket, his platinum card was worthless. Declined. The word flashed in angrier. For 3 seconds, Khalid's mind went blank. This wasn't possible. His accounts held more money than this store would see in a decade. Yet here he stood, frozen while strangers watched. The heat started at his collar, creeping upward. Should he explain? Defend himself? Tell them who he was? No, that would make it worse. Behind the counter, the cashier, a woman with bleached hair and sleeve tattoos named Brandy, let out a sharp laugh. Seriously? All that fancy dress and you can't pay for groceries? A ripple of snickers spread through the line. Shoppers leaned in, smartphones rising. This was content gold. A rich man, publicly humbled, but in that moment of collective cruelty, one small voice would change everything. Just before we dive deeper, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from today, and also subscribe to our channel. We love seeing how far these stories travel. Now let's get back to what happened next. Try this one, Khalid said quietly, producing a black titanium card. His hand trembled. Should I call my assistant? No, that makes me look more foolish. Just stay calm. Declined. Brandy's laugh grew louder. Oh my God, this is priceless. Hey, Mike. Mr. Oil Money can't afford his bread. A teenager in a backwards cap was already recording. Dude's dressed like a king and he's broke. Khalid's jaw tightened. 17 billion in assets. And he couldn't buy milk. Defend yourself. Tell them. Make them understand who you are. But the words stuck in his throat. Because what would he say? That he was rich? That this was a mistake? It would sound desperate, pathetic. My grandmother never defended herself. She just endured. I'll call my bank, he managed, the heat crawling up his neck. Sure you will, Brandy drawled, popping her gum. Maybe they repossessed your camel. The stockboy high-fived her. The line erupted in laughter. That's when she stepped forward, a girl of about 10 with deep brown skin and hair pulled into 2 neat puffs. She wore a school uniform, white shirt with a red collar, black pinafore dress. In her small hands, she clutched a worn purple wallet decorated with peeling unicorn stickers. Stop laughing at him. Her voice was clear and sharp as glass. Brandy's grin faltered. What? I said. Stop. The girl's eyes, fierce, intelligent, unafraid, locked onto the cashier. He's a person. You're being mean. Sweetie, this is grown-up business. My mama says being mean is everybody's business. She turned to Khalid, and in her eyes he saw something that made his chest tighten. She didn't see a sheikh. She didn't see wealth or status or the humiliation he was drowning in. She just saw someone who needed help. How much do you need, sir? Khalid's throat worked. Child, I don't need... 63.47, she read from the register. She unzipped her unicorn wallet with careful reverence. Inside was a small stack of bills, 1s, 5s, a single 20. She counted quietly, her lips moving, and Khalid was suddenly 8 years old again, watching his grandmother count coins for a neighbor's medicine. Khalid, she had said in Arabic, a full purse means nothing if your heart is empty. The girl looked up at him, her young face grave. I have $42. It's my birthday money from my grandma. You can have it. The store went silent. The teenager with the phone lowered it slowly. An elderly woman's hand went to her mouth. I cannot take your birthday money, Khalid whispered, his voice thick with an emotion he hadn't felt since his grandmother's funeral. But you need food, she said, her logic simple and devastating. And you can't get it. So I'm helping. She held out the cash, her small hand steady. My mama says a hero is just somebody who helps when they don't have to.
I want to be a hero.
What is your name? Khalid asked, kneeling down so he was eye level with her. His expensive thobe pooled on the supermarket floor. Amara, she said. My mama works at the houses up on Silver Hill. She cleans them. We don't have a lot, but Grandma says if you have enough to help, you have enough. The memory hit him like a wave. His grandmother's kitchen. He was 12, eating bread and cheese. A knock at the door.
A woman with 3 children asking for food.
His grandmother had given them half of everything they had. But Teta, young Khalid had protested, now we don't have enough. She had smiled, her weathered hand cupping his face. My boy, when you share what you always have enough. It's when you hoard that you become truly poor. When had he forgotten that? When had his world shrunk to bank accounts and board meetings? Amara, he said slowly, his voice unsteady. You have given me something far more valuable than $42. You have reminded me of who I used to be, who I should be. He stood, pulling out his phone. 2 calls, one to his bank, one to his assistant. The problem was resolved in 90 seconds.
A security flag. An unusual location.
Payment went through, but Khalid didn't leave. He stood there, looking at the people around him.
Really looking, for the first time in years, the teenager, just a kid, probably scared of his own future, finding humor in someone else's pain.
The elderly woman, eyes wet now, remembering her own moments of shame. The stock boy, young, exhausted, laughing because everyone else was.
And Brandy, she's someone's daughter.
Someone's mother. A person who made a cruel choice in a cruel moment. I would like to pay for everyone's groceries, Khalid announced, his voice carrying through the store.
Everyone in this building. Whatever they're purchasing. Stunned silence. And you, he said, turning to Brandy. The cashier flinched. I don't want you fired. I don't want revenge. His voice was gentle now.
I want you to remember this moment. Remember that the person in front of you is always fighting a battle you can't see. Always. Brandy's mascara was running.
I'm so sorry, she whispered. I had a bad morning and God, that's not an excuse. I'm so sorry. We all have bad mornings, Khalid said.
We all make choices we regret. The question is, what do we do next?
I can't accept that. A woman's voice cut in, sharp, protective, exhausted. A woman in cleaning scrubs hurried through the automatic doors, her face creased with worry.
She was thin, with the same beautiful dark skin as Amara, and eyes that spoke of too many double shifts. Amara. Baby, I told you to wait in the car, Mama. His card wasn't working and the lady was being mean and hush. The woman, Amara's mother, took in the scene. Her hand found Amara's shoulder, protective and fierce. Sir, I'm sorry if she bothered you. She's got a big heart, sometimes too big for her own good. She saved me, Khalid said, and his voice broke slightly on the word.
Not from embarrassment. From myself, Amara's mother blinked.
I don't understand. Khalid looked at her, at the tiredness in her face, the calluses on her hands, the dignity in how she stood despite her exhaustion. I have spent 30 years building an empire, he said. 30 years believing that success meant having more than everyone else. That power meant being untouchable. He glanced at Amara. Your daughter touched me. With nothing but kindness and $42, she showed me I've been living in poverty. He pulled out a business card, wrote on the back, You're raising a hero. When she's ready for university, she calls this number.
Any school, anywhere in the world. I'll make it happen. Amara's mother's eyes filled.
We don't take charity. It's not charity, Khalid said firmly. It's an investment in the kind of person who makes the world better. The kind of person I forgot to be. Around them, shoppers were crying. The teenager deleted his video without being asked. An old man in a veteran's cap removed his hat, pressing it to his chest. Brandy stepped out from behind the register, her voice small. I have a daughter too. She's 7. Tears streaked her makeup. If someone treated her the way I just treated you, I'd want to hurt them.
I don't
know who I am anymore. Khalid looked at her, and his grandmother's voice echoed in his mind. Forgiveness isn't for them.
It's for you, then decide, he said gently.
Right now?
Who do you want to be tomorrow?
He turned to address everyone. I came here thinking I was successful, that my wealth made me wise. It took a 10-year-old girl to show me that wisdom isn't about what you have. It's about what you give. It's about seeing each other. He placed a hand over his heart. Thank you, Amara. Thank you all for witnessing this, for choosing in this moment to be better. Someone started clapping, then another, then the entire store, not for the money, but for the moment, for remembering they were all human. 3 months later, a different video appeared. The teenager had captured everything.
Amara's bravery,
Brandy's tears,
Khalid's transformation.
the collective awakening. It went viral. 20 million views, but the comments weren't mocking, they were confessional. I was the cashier once.
I laughed at a homeless man. This wrecked me. I'm the teenager. I always record for content. Never again. I'm Amara's mom.
She teaches me every day what matters. Brandy posted her own video.
Makeup-free, raw, honest. I was hurting, she said, and I made that everyone else's problem. I'm in therapy now.
I volunteer at a food bank. That little girl saved 2 people that day, the Sheikh and me. The supermarket became an unlikely landmark. People left flowers, notes, donations poured in for Amara's education fund. Amara's Heroes was born, celebrating ordinary people showing extraordinary kindness. Khalid returned monthly, not in designer clothes, but jeans and a simple shirt. He bagged groceries alongside employees. He listened to their struggles, child support, medical bills, student loans, the invisible burdens he'd never seen from his tower office. He started a program. Every employee at that store received a scholarship fund for their children. Every single one. You're changing lives, the manager told him during one visit. No, Khalid said, watching Amara help her mother shop. I'm catching up to a 10-year-old. During his final visit before returning overseas, he found Amara in the cereal aisle. I have something for you, he said,
handing her an envelope. Inside was a photo, his grandmother, young and beautiful, standing in front of a small house.
On the back, in fading Arabic script, wealth is what you give, not what you keep. She looks like my grandma, Amara said softly. Wise women always do, Khalid smiled. Your grandmother passed her gift to you. Mine passed it to me, but I lost it somewhere.
You helped me find it again. Did you find it?
Amara asked, her eyes searching his. Khalid thought about the 3 months, the families he'd helped, the employees he'd listened to, the nights he'd spent not in boardrooms but in community centers. The way his chest felt lighter, fuller, more alive. I'm learning, he said, one grocery store at a time. From the mouths of children come the truths that save us. Have you ever been humbled by someone unexpected or witnessed cruelty transform into kindness? Drop your story below. We read every comment. If this touched you, subscribe and hit the like button. We're building a community where stories change hearts. What were you doing while listening? Commuting? Winding down? Let us know. Thanks for being here.